What's going on YouTube? This is Lance from FallingKnowledge.com, and today's video topic comes to us from a question from one of our email list subscribers named Raymond Underwood. They wanted to know, hey man, I have an impossible time getting this damn pen tool to do what I needed to do. Can you help me out? And yes, we can. This is part of a series. This is part 2, so I suggest you check out part 1 in the description box below if you would like to start from the very beginning. But like I said, this is part 2, so without further ado, here we go. So first thing we'll do is we're going to create a new document. Let's go ahead and press Control N and just set the width and height to 700 and resolution to 300 and RGB. You don't have to give it a name. We'll click OK and we'll go over to this pen tool here, and we're going to make sure that we have this auto add and / delete on. So we're just going to go ahead and create a dome, and this is where I'm going to be getting into the handles. So I'm going to click here, click and hold right here. Now the reason why I'm holding is because now when I drag it out, you will see these handles come out, and these handles are called Bezier curve handles. Now if you drag it out, you can kind of do this seesaw action here, and you'll see that the curve is moving up and down. But to create a dome, we want this to just be nice and straight. So I'm going to hold shift and it'll straighten out my lines for me, and I'm just gonna, however dome shaped you want your dome to be, just drag it out. This is good for me. Now before you let go of shift, let go of the click first, because if I let go of shift, this is what happens. It goes right back up here, and then most people do that and they let go of shift and like, oh man, I didn't mean to do that. So hold shift, then let go of your click, then let go of shift, and then now everything is perfectly fine. So now I'm gonna go down here and just try to make it even, and just click, or make this click even with this click. So I'm just gonna click right here. This looks even enough. There's the other part of my dome, and then I'm gonna come back over here, and now we see this circle at the bottom right corner, and I'm going to just click here to finish this out. So now we have this dome here. Now what we want to go over is what we went over last time. So I'm gonna click or hold Command or Control and click on the path. That way we have these back. So now I want to hold Command or Control and just show you, if you don't like the way your dome looked, you hold that, get that white arrow, click on the top anchor point, hold, and then just drag it down. So let's say I wanted mine to be like a bow and arrow or something like that. So I'm gonna click, hold, and let go. So now what I can also do is, let's say I want this curve to be out here a little bit more. So I'm gonna hold Command or Control, get this white tool, drag it out. Now you'll notice that the tool turned to black, and if that means, what that means is that we can get this little seesaw effect here. Now we don't want to really do that if we're messing with just this one. We want to leave that, I want to leave that other one alone. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to leave this here. It doesn't have to be perfect. Leave that there. Press Control Z. It'll undo what I just did. Now instead what I want to do is select this Convert Anchor Point tool. Now what this will do is it will just mess with this one Bezier handle right here. Now it won't affect the other one, as you can tell. So let's say I want to drag this out and make it look like the wind is blowing over this dome or something like that. And now I'll just let go. So now we can think of these Bezier handles as, this is the past and this is the future. Now this handle directly affects this curve right here, and the way I like this described on a video that I watched is that this right here, this little dot, let me zoom in. I'm gonna hold Alt and then just scroll up on my mouse wheel. Make sure that my mouse is right here, because if you hold Alt and scroll up, it's going to zoom in where your mouse is. So we'll notice that if we move this, it seems to be that the curve follows this. So as we can tell, the curve right here is like this direct line right here. So whenever you're moving your handles, just be aware of that the curve, I guess you could say, it's like it has a string. There's like a string in the middle of this, and it's just directly connected to this. So no matter where I move it, you can see the curve is kind of following that point. So again, if you ever have any issues remembering, just remember that's where the curve is. So if we scroll over here, I'm holding space bar and I get this hand, and I'm just clicking and dragging this to the left to move across. Same thing here, look. This is directly tied to this one right here. So if I'm going to click and just drag it around, and it will be able to change where the curve is at. So I'm going to go back over here, and I'm just going to click this pin tool, and let's say I wanted to again add a point. Now I can do that, and I wanted to mess with these anchor points, these Bezier handles. What you can do is hold Alt or Option, and now you can get that anchor point without having to right click and go into Convert Anchor Point tool. So now you just saw that I accidentally clicked somewhere and I don't have those anchor points anymore. So that's okay. I'm just going to hold Control, get that white selection tool back, click on there, and now my anchor points are back. And now I can go back to my Convert Anchor Point tool. And as you notice that this handle is gone, but that's okay, because if you just hold your Option or Alt button and then get that Convert Anchor Point tool and click on the anchor point, you will be able to get both of these handles back. Now let go. And again, you want to let go of your click first before you let go of your Alt button or Option button. So now I would hold the Alt or Option button again, go back over here, go back to the handle, and then now I'll be able to manipulate it the way I want to. And this one, same thing. So again, all I'm doing is holding Alt or Option. I'm gonna go over this one because you don't see the Bezier handle on this one. Click it when it turns into this little caret, click and hold, and then drag, and now you can see I'm able to get both of those back, and then still holding Alt or Option, going back over here and messing with this one, and going back over here and messing with this one. So that's how you create the dome shape, and that's your introduction to the Bezier curve handles. Now we're going to go over some pin tool exercises to help increase your pin tool skills. So what we'll do first is we're going to be creating straight lines with arches in between. So what we'll do is we're going to start over here, make sure you have auto add delete on, and make sure you're in path over here, and we're going to click, then hold shift, then click right here, and then just go up to wherever you feel comfortable. Let's say right around here. We're going to make our first arch. So we're going to click and drag out while holding shift. That way it'll keep our auto Bezier curves straight, our curve handles straight. Then let go, then click down here, hold shift, click out again, then we're going to make one down here. So I'm just going to randomly choose a spot, click, and drag out. And while I'm doing that, I'm holding shift so that way my auto Bezier handles stay straight. And I'm going to click up here. And let's say you went up here and you're like, oh man, I didn't mean to do that. You're just going to hold Command or Control and press Z. That'll get rid of that. Hold shift and then click out here. And then let's make one up here. And do this. And let's say you forgot to hold shift and it ended up like that. That's okay. Again, you're going to press Control Z or Command or Control Z, click and hold shift, and then just drag it out. And then we're going to finish it up by going here, and that's okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create one that's just nothing but arches. But as you guys, maybe some of you guys can tell, I'm about to make a mistake here. So I'm going to click here, and oh no, we've got this connecting point right here because Photoshop thinks I want this still to be connected. So again, we're going to press Command or Control Z. Then if this is all selected and you see all of these anchor points, we're just going to press Escape. That'll get rid of all that. Now we have a brand new path to work with. So I'm going to click here, then click up here, hold shift, drag it out, then click down here. Then the other part of it is just going to be right here. Click and drag out while holding shift. Then click up here, drag it out while holding shift. Click down here, and let's do it one more time. Okay, so let's say you did it like this and you forgot to do it. That's alright. You're going to hold Alt or Option, get your little caret tool or your converter tool, and then click and hold, and then just drag out while holding shift, and still while holding Alt or Option. And then let go of your click, and then let go of Alt or Option and then Shift. Now let's say we want to create a circle. Now let's go over here to our direct selection, our tool over here that looks like this little dotted square. So most of the time, right click and then you just go to elliptical marquee tool. That's how you create your circles. But we're going to try our best to make a good circle with the pen tool, and feel free to laugh at me or yourself. So we're just going to go back to the pen tool, and actually let's go back to here, this marquee tool. An easy way to get to the pen tool is just press P. It brings you straight to the pen tool. So we'll go ahead and we'll just go down here and press click right here. And again, I actually didn't mean to do that. So I'm going to press Control or Command Z and then press escape. Now I'm going to click and drag straight down while holding Shift. Now I'm going to go up here somewhere, maybe right here. Click and drag and hold Shift. Now for some reason this thing is acting crazy, so I'm just going to go and hold Command and Alt and press Z twice to get rid of that. And then now you can see these are selected. I'm just going to press escape and I'm going to try this again. Click and drag down, and I think I know what the problem was if it happens again. Yep, it's because I was dragging down. So I'm going to do this again and drag up this time. Hold Shift, click, and drag up. There we go. Now I'm going to click over here, drag to the right while holding Shift. Hold Shift, click right here, drag down this time for the right time. Then click over here, drag to the left, and then finish it up by just clicking here. So there is our beautiful circle that is not a circle at all. So I'm going to hold Control or Command and then click on the path. And then if you want to try to make this perfect, which usually when you're using a pen tool, you're going to be circling around something so you'll have a reference. But if you want to, you can hold Command or Control, just move this around, try to make it look like a circle if you would like to. And this looks more like an egg or an oval, but again, who cares? The point of this is just get you used to using the auto Bezier handles. And that's how you create this little path thingy, and a circle. You wanted to create a super sharp S curve or just a super sharp curve. So what we'll do is we're going to just click anywhere you want to, and actually I'm going to undo that. Click and drag, I should say, anywhere you want to, and drag this way out. Drag this way out and hold Shift while you do it. Now you want to take your mouse, move it over to the lower right hand corner, I guess pretty diagonal from that first point that you made. Click and drag out to the right again, and then you'll see that you have this crazy like S curve kind of thing going on here. That's a super sharp curve. Now if you want it to be straight, then too bad, it's gonna be an S curve. So that's how you just do that. You want to drag out those handles as far as you can in order to get those nice curvy points like this, and this will really help you out once you're tracing different things. But that's just a real quick example of how you do a super sharp curve in Photoshop. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends on social media, and hit that subscribe button as well. Also, don't forget to check out our website at fallenknowledge.com for an organized listing of the video tutorials we have to offer. If you would like to see more exclusive content, then feel free to head over to our website and sign up for our free email list. Once you sign up, you will begin to receive video tutorials that aren't released on our blog or YouTube page. You will also receive our email address so you can send us your questions once you sign up. And as you can tell, we love to turn your questions into videos, so feel free to send over your questions at any time. Also, an important point before I go, if you ever get stuck at a point in any of our tutorials, please email us the full name of the video, the time you got stuck at, and what happened when you got stuck or lost. We would be more than happy to investigate what went wrong for you and help you get past that problem. Again, my name is Lance and I'm with fallenknowledge.com, and I hope you have a great day.